Welcome. Thank you for being here today on this channel. And I want to share with you about trusting in God. Have you ever been in a position where God wanted to work through you, but you start to doubt and focus on your own strength, on your own capabilities, and even on your own reasoning? Here I have an example of a young girl named Katie, who went through this similar process of struggles, fear, and doubt. When Kaylee was entering, she asked her mom, "Hey mom, can I talk to you?" Her mom answered, "Yes, darling. Come and tell me what happened." Kaylee said, "I have this girl in my class, and she is going through some hard problems with her family, where she feels unloved, and she has even said she doesn't feel like being alive anymore." Immediately, her mom got worried and said, "Has she heard about God?" Kaylee responded, "No, I don't think so, Mom." Her mom asked again, "Have you shared with her about Jesus?" Kaylee nervously answers, "No, Mom, I want to talk to her about Jesus, but I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to talk to her. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to convince her. I'm afraid to speak up. I don't even know where to start." So here we have a big situation with Kaylee, who has the burden to share about Jesus to her friend. Certainly, God wants to work through her to reach that friend, but sometimes we as human beings can become an obstacle for the Lord when we put ourselves first, when we start to doubt, or when we start to feel fear of our own understanding of our own capabilities. Now, this situation does not apply for young people, for the youth only. Also, adults and seniors go through the similar situation as well. In the Bible, we have a similar situation with a special character named Moses. Now, Moses was tending his flock on the mountain when he heard a voice calling his name. As he turned around, it was the Lord calling him through a burning bush. Now the Lord told Moses to free his people from Egypt, who were suffering, being slaves for 400 years. But Moses panicked. In Exodus 3:11, but Moses protested to God, "Who am I? Who am I to appear before Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt?" God answered, "I will be with you, and this will be a sign to you that it is I who was the one that sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this very mountain." But Moses protested, "If I go to the people of Israel and tell them, 'The God of your ancestors has sent me,' and they ask me, 'What is his name?' then what shall I tell them?" God replied to Moses, "I am who I am. Say this to the people of Israel, 'I have sent me to you.'" God also said to Moses, "Say this to the people of Israel, 'Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you.' This is my eternal name, the name to remember for all generations to generations." As we move on to chapter 4, what Moses protested again. What if they don't believe me or listen to me? What if they say the Lord never appeared to you? But Moses pleaded with the Lord, "Oh Lord, I'm not very good with words. I have never been, and I'm not now. Even though you have spoken to me, I get tongue-tied, and my words, they get tangled." Then the Lord asked Moses, "Who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or do not speak? Hear or do not hear? See or do not see? It is I, not the Lord. Now go. I will be with you as you speak, and I will instruct you what to say. But Moses again pleaded, Lord, please send someone else. Now, this is not the only example of doubt recorded in the Bible. In Luke 24:38, in the New Living Translation, Jesus said to his disciples, Why are you frightened? He asked. And why are your hearts filled with doubt? In the New International Version, it says, Why are you troubled? And why do doubts rise in your minds? In Matthew 14:31, Jesus came to Peter, and immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. You of little faith, he said, why did you doubt? Also, in John 20:27, Jesus, then he said to Thomas, put your finger here, see my hands, reach out your hand and put it on my side. Stop doubting and believe. Here we have two different life events. The first one, Kaylee, and the other one, Moses. In Kylie's story, it is a similar case just like Moses, where they both doubted and leaned on their own understanding, where they were afraid of their own capabilities, their abilities, where they doubted of what they thought they could do. Clearly, they didn't completely trust in the Lord instead of what God was able to do through them. But what a difference it makes when you stop doubting and start trusting that it is neither Kylie nor Moses or you or I that is in control of the situation, that could do the things in our own capabilities, in our own little mind, but God himself. And that's what Moses witnessed once he started doing God's will. In the Bible, it explains how he freed the Lord's people and led them to the promised land. In the end, Moses knew that it was not any of greatness in himself that made him successful. It was the greatness of the all-powerful God in whom he has trusted. As it says in Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding, on your own reasoning, or your own capabilities. In all your ways, submit to him. In everything you do, in your own fear, in your own doubts, in any aspect of your life, submit your ways to him, and he will make your path straight. In Philippians 2:13, for it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose. In Psalms 91:21, we'll say to the Lord, you are my safe and strong place, my God in whom I trust. In Psalms 56:3 states, when I am afraid, I will trust in you. Isaiah 41:10, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will give you strength, and for sure I will help you. Yes, I will uphold you with my right hand, that is right and good. Also in Isaiah 55:9, for just as the heavens are higher than earth, so my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Doesn't the Lord do amazing wonders when we allow him to work through us? When we stop doubting on our own strength and we start letting go and let the Lord process, work through us. It's incredible how God makes impossible possible if we fully trust in him and in his mighty power. Now here's the question. what will happen if we allow the Lord to use us? What difference will it make if we fully trusted in the Lord? I believe those differences and those results will be unexplainable by just acknowledging the Lord's power. And always remember to trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. God bless you.